Hi, it's day 8 and I am freezing. Um, and I had to film a little bit because I find myself in a village called Earlstoke, which is in Wiltshire, and it is where, like, that spot just over there behind me, right? Literally just there, that is the spot where I wrote the last chapter of my book, Piano Fingers. It's weird that I'm here. I thought I'd bring the Z9 out and we'll go back to the deer park, and then I came here on the way. And yeah, Piano Fingers, by the way, is not published yet. I wrote it in 2020. This is the third year now that the publishers have had it. I've been through stages of immense frustration with that, and then coming out of it and believing in divine timing. And anyway, yes, this is where I wrote most of the book, in this field in the summer, laying down in the grass, writing. And actually, writing the book, the whole of the book, took me, I think it was initially 35 days. And honestly, like, I was writing for 14 hours some days and then going home and typing it all up. It was insane. So what can I tell you about Piano Fingers? Well, it's dedicated to John Bigglestone, like this channel is. I dreamt the opening line of the book, and then I fell deeply into my imagination and went on this journey. And it's based on true events. It's based on mine and Josh's kind of experiences of life, if you like. The characters in there are real, the people in there are real people in my life. It becomes this kind of war, I suppose, between love and faith and fear, basically. So, yeah, and like the black. I don't want to tell you too much in case you'd like to read it, but there's black cats that represent fear, and all these different animal characters that represent different, like, emotions and stuff. Yeah. I can't wait for Piano Fingers to be on the shelves, to see it. I'd love to see my book, like, in a shop window, and yeah. So in terms of the Z9, I purposely wanted to pick that camera up and use it just as I did or would the D3, which has been using it on manual mode, just kind of ordinary focusing, if you like. So single point focus mode, area mode. And yeah, I wanted to do that for a few days, and then sort of have a good read up on the camera and see what I could get out of it, having learnt how to use some of the features properly. It was at the music event and the party in the evening that I really felt like I wasn't doing the camera justice, because I knew that it would be better on a focusing setting that would detect the people and focus on them. And particularly at the party, I was missing moments where I was trying to bring the focus point to where I wanted it to onto people's faces, and I was like, oh, hold on there a minute, and I was trying to move it. I'm used to moving it more quickly on the D3, but because it's, a different camera, I was finding I was taking a long time. So I was really sort of at that party thinking, okay, I need to get this focus mode set up. And now I've set it up with the mode where it detects, and it can detect people, cars and animals. So now I'm almost doing the opposite of what I do on the D3, to see what I can get out of the camera and to see how accurate it gets the exposure and things, like on P mode, and using these funky focusing settings. It's really exciting. Been reflecting this week a lot, and it's just been an insane week. I mean, I've been shooting every day this week, and it was funny because on day 5, knowing that I had the party in the evening, I woke up and I thought, right, I'm not going to shoot today, like in the morning, because I had the the party in the evening to do. And then I got out of bed and I walked like out to the kitchen, and through the window I saw this rolling like fog in the hills. And honestly, the last time I moved that quickly was when I was a teenager, and my dad used to stand at my bedroom door in his motorbike kit and say that he was going out on the motorbike and did I want to hop on the back, and I would shoot out of bed and go and get my clothes on and jump on the back of the bike. That is what it was like with the camera on this day, on day 5. I just jumped up, like went out, saw the fog, ran into the room, got my clothes on and just ran out with the camera, and it was amazing. Loved every minute of it. It was like God was looking down saying, she thinks she's not shooting today. Give her fog, So yesterday, day 7, I had to do some housework. Honestly, it's looked like, I don't know, maybe an 18-year-old's place that's just partying all the time, kind of never there or whatever, or the morning after the night before, you couldn't even see the worktops for like cups and plates and goodness knows what, and everywhere just felt like a complete mess because all I've been doing is shooting or editing. So I've barely put the camera down. I thought, no, enough's enough yesterday. Tidy space, tidy mind. So I spent the whole day tidying up. And then we went out dancing in the evening. We had our first dance class, Adam and I. And I said, I haven't shot a single shot today. I need to take something, because my rule to myself was that I would shoot every day. So we took the camera with us. And on the way back, we just saw these lights in these trees. And I just took a few shots, but it wasn't anything amazing. But I just had to know that I'd taken a couple of pictures on that day. But yeah, some days I've even had 2 quite big shooting sessions. And it's just been such a personal journey, like, even with the pain in my neck and my shoulders, like actually just overcoming that in my mind and just thinking, okay, whiplash is not part of my story anymore, That is a story that I've told myself, and I need to stop telling myself that I'm still struggling with my neck, and lifting the camera and things. So I've sort of just picked up the camera anyway, even though it's kind of been quite sore, and just carried on as if it wasn't there, and it's actually sort of gone away. So, and then of course there's the whole realization of like, wow, why did I ever stop doing this? And I've really been reflecting on that. And I remember when I left the fire service for me was like my sort of part of feeling like I'm contributing to the world, and doing something good and helping people. So when I stopped being a firefighter, I didn't have that side of me fulfilled that I was contributing. And I remember thinking, photography, as much as I love it, I'm not really contributing. And obviously I'd gone through the car accident and I was healing anyway, but I was sort of trying to find my place in the world of how to contribute. And I think coming away and retraining as a life coach has been all part of that journey. And picking up this camera honestly has made me like look back and go, right, okay, I stopped taking pictures because of the car crash, but then I realized I wasn't contributing, so then I retrained as a life coach, and I'm like strangely piecing everything back together. It's definitely made me realize that I want to get out and shoot more, 100%. And I think it's so good to have the variety of something creative and an outlet, because like training as a life coach, I have thought like it's not something I would want to do all the time, day in, day out, because you would get so drained, giving other people your energy. And so I've often thought that the art and photography and other bits and pieces and the writing is like a bit of an outlet, and it sort of I don't know, nourishes you and then gives you a bit of strength to do the coaching again. So I think everything that I'm doing just goes really, really well together, because there's inlets and outlets, and there's helping people and contributing, and then there's nourishing myself creatively. And I think definitely one of the biggest things I've learned is I need to learn to be okay with being selfish with my photography, and just accept that I want to shoot what I want to shoot. I don't want to be talked into doing this, that, and the other that I don't really want to do, and just be true to that, and remember that I'm helping people with the coaching, and just let myself off the hook with not wanting to take pictures that I don't want to take. And it's really made me sympathetic to musicians. And I've always said to Josh, my son, I've always said to him, don't be true to yourself with what music you want to play, because you will get people going, one more, play this. If it doesn't resonate and you end up playing a lot of what other people want you to play, it will be similar to me with the photography, and it will kill your passion for it, or it could kill your passion for it. So I sort of said that to him along the way. And then this week I've realised more so that the pressure we put on ourselves as artists and the pressure that other people put on us as artists, like if we stop doing it and people say, oh, it is a shame, and then you think, oh, it's other people's sort of expectations can have an impact. And I think that little spark or an opportunity will come back when it's meant to, and you'll have fresh new eyes for it, and you'll appreciate it again, I think. You can get caught up in your mind thinking, oh, do I need to focus on one thing, or do I need to be the absolute best at one thing? But I think when you just come back to the present moment, you can enjoy where you are for what it is. Like, the other day at the deer park, I was saying, wasn't I belong outside, and but if you do something all the time, I think it's just really nice to have that change. So if you've got a couple of things that you're passionate about that you can switch between, you just get that nice kind of balance, I think. Also, I think photography like this is brilliant to have some headspace and just get out. And maybe I've been coaching and I've got a lot of other people's stuff going on in my mind, and I come out here and it's just like a bit of a dumping ground for all that. And then you just find that headspace outdoors, and I think it could be amazing just rolling with everything and just picking up the pen again one day, maybe writing another book. It's so lovely to allow yourself to do and just to roll with whatever inspiration comes your way. And I feel like all my skills are on like a big wheel, and I'm just spinning the wheel and injecting a little bit of energy into one of them. And then, when I feel a little bit of like maybe obsession or resistance or tension or pressure on that thing that I'm doing, I'll just spin the wheel and I'll do a little bit of writing, and then I'll spin it again, and then I might go out and do something different, and just keep injecting a little bit of energy into each one. And they've all got their roles, like they all nourish you in different ways. It's amazing. So anyway, this is where Piano Fingers was born. Hopefully it'll be out soon, and now I'm going to head to that deer park. I wanted to do some video. What I wanted to do for you guys is I wanted to do a video at the deer park and just let it roll on the long lens. Obviously with the long lens though, I'll have to focus it manually. I do get a little bit paranoid that I'm saying things wrong technically on this channel, and then you guys are going to think, what is she doing? But that's my own fear. You know that I'm re-exploring photography, and I'm not going to get everything right, and this is, a camera that's this camera is actually making me feel like an amateur again. I was a professional with the D3. What was I going to say? So I wanted to go to the deer park and just do a really long video and just let you guys just watch the deer, but there's two things with that. One is the long lens would probably be best for that, but I'll have to manually focus it. And I really wanted to try out the focusing setting where it picks up like the animals. And the other thing is that I'm quite concerned that the size of the video files is going to cause havoc when I try and put it onto iMovie on my MacBook Pro. I don't think it's going to have enough storage to actually cope with that. So what I might have to do is just upload it straight from the external hard drive. You don't need to know this. I'm rambling now. I hope you stay to the end of this video because I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm really aware that I haven't done any talking for a few days, and that's just because I've been a little bit emotional with everything and just making sense of things. So lots of talking today. Cool. Right. I will see you at the deer park.